Hello and welcome back. Today I would like to begin with a question. Have you ever had the feeling that you have somehow lost yourself? You continue with your responsibilities. You go to work, you look after your family, you do everything that you're supposed to do. Yet somehow inside there's a quiet voice saying, "Where did I go?" I think many of us experience that at some point in our lives. And it's not because we do anything wrong, but because life is busy. We spend years becoming what other people need us to be. A good parent, a good wife, a good employee, a good friend. Yes, those roles are important. But somewhere along the way, we can become so occupied with fulfilling those roles that we lose touch with the quiet person who lives beneath all of that. One of the most beautiful truths I have discovered while writing in the stillness of light is that the journey of life isn't really about becoming someone else. It is about remembering who you have always been. There's a passage in the book that has stayed very close to my own heart, and it says, "The kingdom of heaven is within you. It isn't a place to arrive at. It is a presence to awaken to." I love that thought because it changes everything. So many of us spend our lives searching for happiness, searching for peace, searching for a purpose, searching for God. Always believing that what we're looking for is somewhere else, somewhere further down the road, somewhere outside of ourselves. But what if we have been looking in the wrong direction? What if peace isn't waiting for us somewhere in the future? What if it is quietly waiting within us right now? As a therapist, I have often seen this reflected in the body. People arrive believing that something inside them is broken and that they need fixing, that they have somehow failed. But I have rarely experienced it that way. I have experienced people whose bodies have been carrying extraordinary stories of courage, of survival, of adaptation. The body has never failed them. The body has done everything it could to help them keep going. And I wonder if our souls are not the same. Perhaps we don't need to become someone new. Perhaps we simply need to remember the part of ourselves that has never been lost. The part that still knows peace. The part that still knows joy. That still knows love. I have often imagined it like the sun behind the clouds. There are days when thick clouds cover the sky. If we looked only at the clouds, we might believe that the sun has disappeared, but it hasn't. It's exactly where it has always been. The clouds simply prevent us from seeing it. I think our true nature is like that. Life sometimes covers it with disappointment, fear, grief, stress, old beliefs, protective patterns. But beneath all those layers, the light still remains. We are still whole, undamaged, and patiently waiting. One of the greatest privileges in my work has been watching people reconnect with that light. Sometimes it happened during a quiet moment, sometimes during a conversation, sometimes during treatment, when the body finally feels safe enough to soften. And when that happens, people often say something very interesting. They don't usually say, "I became someone new." They say, "I finally feel like myself again." Isn't that beautiful? Not becoming, but remembering. Perhaps that is what the journey has always been about returning, not to the past, not to how we used to be, but to the deepest truth of who we have always been. So today I would like to invite you to spend just a few quiet moments with yourself, not trying to improve yourself, not trying to solve anything, simply sitting quietly and asking one gentle question: what part of me is waiting to be remembered? Don't rush to answer, simply listen. Your heart has been wonderfully patient. It will speak when you are ready to hear it. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time. May you discover that the longest journey you'll ever make is the journey from your mind back to your own heart. And may you find that home has been within you all along. A last quote from In the Stillness of Light: the soul itself was the sanctuary, and silence was its song.